Unmasking tricks and simps in the real world. Mhm. Yeah, we're gonna do some unmasking today. Take the mask off, stop the masquerade, charade, and see what the real personality is of the simps and the tricks and the simps. That's what we're gonna do. Real simple, but a lot of times things that are simple seem complex. So today we're gonna break it down to you. We're gonna take the simplicity and put it all over the complex so you can understand the sheer uh, craziness of how simps and tricks try to wing it in the world, and then how we're gonna look at how we're gonna unravel how females, how women look at them. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes people have a tendency to show you who they want you to see, and the real person's always covered up by what mask. Yeah, and when they take the mask off, it's another person, like day and like night. Okay, so we're gonna do that today. Day's better today. Hopefully, Markell will show up in a little bit, and we'll get this thing rolling down the road. All right, no hocus pocus, just thumbnail for the day. Here we go. We'll run this real quick. Got a lot of people out there today. We're gonna make it. We're gonna groove it. We're gonna move it. Unmasking tricks and simps. That's what we're gonna do. You know, take the mask off. Stop the charade. Stop the Can you check my audio? Stop the charade. Stop the masquerade. Yeah. Or everything needs to be revealed. Everything that's done in the dark eventually comes to the what? Light. When you put light on darkness, you got to run because you cannot stand the light. That's the way it is. It would be no darkness if there was no light. It would be no light if there was no darkness. They all come hand in hand. But one is superior to the other. So today we're going to uncover the mask, the charade, the fluffiness, the puffiness, all the stuff that people that are simps and the tricks, they don't want you to see that. But women can see right through it. And so women determine whether you are a trick, or whether you're a simp. It's all determined by the woman. Let's look at it today. Our main focus today, we're going to take a look at number one. Women have no respect for tricks and simps. Yeah. Number two, a lack of respect creates a sucker. Sucker. Like a lollipop, you know what I'm saying? They lick you up and down, left and right, all over till you're gone over, Casanova, Then we're going to look at number three, what women value in men. It's important to know that, man. A lot of you guys trying to get this woman, trying to get that woman, trying to get it because she looks so good. But do you have what it takes to be her man? Do you have the values that she's looking for in a man? Do you know what a woman values in men in general? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself when you're looking for a woman. So, okay, Markell's here today. Get that off screen. Bring him in real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce you to Markell Wingfield. What's up, Markell? How you doing, my brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. So good to see you today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Veterans Day, and we have our veteran specialist on the show with us, Markell Wingfield. His show is called Markell TV, the podcast. He also has another channel called Markell Hobbyist and Tech Review. Check out his channel on YouTube, and you will certainly be impressed by those channels. Thank you so much for showing up today, Markell. What you got for us?
Okay, Bobby D. How's everybody out there doing today? So, couple of things. I had a couple of your subscribers reach out, and they did have that issue with Social Security. Now, they were under the impression that it was only going to be for disabled people, that it wasn't going to be for retirees. No, it's going to be for anybody receiving Social Security.
Right.
So, once again, if you are a Social Security recipient, go to your My Social Security account and make sure your account is not suspended. If it is suspended, you're going to need to send in that form we talked about, and it may take up to 90 days before they turn it back on. It's not an instant. It is not a situation where, okay, they got the form, they're going to give me my money next week. No.
Right.
the same way that process took for you to initially get your money, you going back through it again. So it could take up to 90 days. Understand that before you get your money. Now, domestically, same thing. Doesn't matter if you're disabled or retired. There was a lady who left me a message. They had been trying to get a hold of her for 6 months. She forgot to forward her address. They know how to get a hold of you by cutting you off. So when they cut her off, she was not prepared for that, as most people are not. Most people don't have that extra check. They don't have another income source, and they're not prepared when that check does not arrive. So when she contacted them, they told her it could take 30 days or longer. So she asked me, I said, yeah, it could take up to 90 days before you get that check. So know that. Okay. So let's talk about veterans who are not service-connected, veterans who were not in a wartime period. You're living overseas, and you want to talk about insurance. Can you get insurance with the VA? Like if you're going to go to Hawaii, like where you are, go to Guam, go to Hawaii. Is that something that you can do? Absolutely. Okay. That's all going to depend on the amount of money you earn. They're going to do what's called means testing. All right. If you have moderate to low income, you probably won't have to pay a copay to get medications or to be seen at a VA facility. As long as you can prove with your DD-214, and they'll be able to pull that up, that you are a veteran based on your social security number, the dates that you serve, you can still sign up for health care with the Department of Veterans Affairs. You do not have to be service connected. You just have to be in service. You had to serve time in service. So let's say you were National Guard or you were reserve and you were reserved for 10 years. Okay. You weren't in like you were in the 80s where there was no wartime period. That doesn't matter. As long as you are a veteran, okay, and you can prove you're a veteran, and they should be able to with your social, you can go to the Department of Veterans Affairs and sign up for health care, okay, at the Department of Veterans Affairs. Listen to me carefully. I don't want people overseas to misinterpret what I said. I said the Department of Veterans Affairs. Now, if you are overseas, you don't have a service connection, you cannot use the Foreign Medical Program. You are on your own. Once again, if you are overseas, you cannot use the Foreign Medical Program without a service connection. But if you want to fly down to Guam, if you want to fly to Hawaii, and you want to sign up for the health care with the VA, they need to know the amount of money that you make. They're going to do a means test. Don't lie, because it's the federal government. If you're getting money federally, they're going to see it. So that there's no point of lying and say, well, I'm only getting $300 from whatever source. And they see you getting your retirement, your pension or whatever from you working at the post office is $4,000 a month. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Don't lie. Make it easy on yourself. So I don't know if you've ever done that yet, Bobby D, but you can definitely go sign up. And that can be another resource for you if something happens. Yeah, I don't know, what your insurance is going to cover there, but or what medications or whatever, you can definitely do it. But like I said, it's going to depend on your income. That's going to determine how much your copay is in the States or going to the VA.
I've never signed up for the VA health care because I always had my own insurance. But now I'm on my own. So yeah, because they won't cover anything for me over here. So I need some kind of extra insurance. I have the insurance here for Philippines, but
they say that again now. They won't cover what?
Like if you are a veteran or if you are, let's say you're on Social Security, which I do have, they won't cover. Social Security won't cover me here as far as Medicare, that kind of stuff, because I'm overseas. If I was there, I'd be all right. That's what I'm talking about. But so I would definitely, I think I'm gonna check into that and see if I meet that means testing, which is they would check my income and other sources.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do means testing. They want to see how much money you actually make.
Yeah.
There are some retirees who makes upwards of 6 figures. You in that category, they may even turn you down
Right.
because you can afford your own insurance at that point.
Right.
But I would say people who are probably around 50,000 and under a year, they may not have a copay, if any. Just depends on how much you're getting. If somebody's only on Social Security and say their only income source is $1,800 a month, then yeah, I doubt you have to pay anything for medications or anything because you don't have that much income. But if you $80,000 to $100,000 a year, yeah, you gonna either get a copay or they'll say, no, you make too much. You can afford your own insurance.
Yeah,
That's basically how that works.
Yeah, they might give me some copay or something, but I'm gonna check it out. That's the only you can do now. You can use that insurance if you're overseas, if necessary, if you qualify for it.
And when you say overseas, no.
Like if I'm living here, I can't. So that don't make no sense.
Well, I'm saying, where would you use it at? Because there's no Department of Veterans Affairs. The one that's in Manila still operates off of the Foreign Medical Program rules.
Right. So
you need a service connection to go there.
Yeah. So if I move back to the States, that would be good.
No, it's not just move back to the States, Bobby. You could go to Guam. If you couldn't figure out anything else there, you could go to Guam or you can go to Hawaii.
Right. Okay.
That's what be your two options instead of you having to fly all the way back to the mainland.
Right. Because Guam is closer, so is Hawaii. Got it. Okay.
Right.
That's something that gives you another option. It's always good to have options because you never know what could happen and turn your life around like that. So always good to have options, and it's good that you could bring that to people that are living overseas, like I am. What would be your closest place, Markell, if you had to, go to another veteran fair? There's no veteran fair in Colombia, right?
No. I got Florida, which is only 3.5 hours away. Okay. Or I could go to Puerto Rico, which is about the same, 3.5 hours away.
Right. Okay. That's not too bad.
No.
So Guam is, I think, it's like 4 hours away from here, something like that. So that would probably be my closest.
That's pretty much why I picked where I picked, because even though they have services here and they're fine, I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I'm more comfortable knowing my system where I came from, right? So I'm going, as long as I'm conscious, I'm going back to the States to handle whatever it is, versus dealing with it here. And I have the local insurance here. I have their top plan. So I'm covered for everything here. Hospital, helicopter, I'm paying for, and their top plan is only running me about $160 a month. So that's good. I'm covered this end, and then I know I'm covered in the States. I'm not even worried about that.
Right.
Okay, now another question, and I'm glad you brought this up about Social Security.
Okay.
Paying for Medicare. Now, I was asked this question, and this is a personal decision you have to make. I'm just going to answer the question, okay? And that is pertaining to paying for Medicare. Part B. Part A is free. You get that for free. Okay? That's hospital stays. That's included. But when it comes to doctor's visits, when it comes to the medication, that's what you're paying, whatever fee they're charging you monthly. Some people are paying $140. Some, hell, I was paying over $200 and so almost $300 when I had it. Okay. But like Bobby D said, normally you're not going to be covered depending on the country that you're in and whether you can find a clinic or a hospital that's willing to accept Medicare, which is a rarity outside the US. You're basically paying for something that you're not using. Now, me personally, I discontinued it because I'm not going to use it. Even when I was in the US, I didn't use it because I went to the VA. All my medications came from the VA. Anything medically I need went to the VA. So I never used Medicare. So to me, I'm paying $200 a month for what? I'm not even using it.
Yeah, that's the way I'm. I don't use it. I don't use that B part because I can't use it here. So it's no use for me. Now, if I would have moved back to the States, I would probably pick it up.
Now this is what I'm saying. Now this is the tricky part that people need to hear me clearly on. Okay, if you're overseas, you do not plan on moving back to the U.S., but you run into an emergency situation and you don't have any other insurance in the U.S., this is where this is going to kick you in the butt. Because even though the hospital stays will be covered, The doctor's visits, the specialists, and the medication will not be covered.
Okay.
You're gonna have to pay for that. So if you end it, you must understand, if you end it, you're taking that risk.
Right.
And if you end it and you want to re-enroll, you got to pay all the back pay plus the penalties to re-enroll back into it.
Well, see, I never enrolled, so I probably wouldn't have to pay no back.
No. They enrolled you automatically.
They never
When
took any
you
money.
first,
They never took any money out of my check. Not
What?
one peso. They changed that policy. They never took a peso out of my check when it started. Not one penny. And I was surprised because just like you, I thought they would. Everybody said, well, they're going to take this out. They never took one peso, not 1 cent. So I never enrolled. I never was enrolled at all. So if I go back, it shouldn't hold me no back because I was never enrolled.
no, they're going to hit you with back pay, Bobby D, because it starts from the day you get it.
Okay, even though I didn't pay in it, I got you.
Yeah, because you still get Part A, even though you never took it. If you want to get in it, it's going to go back from the first day that you got it. They're going to collect.
Okay, but that won't help me that much at all. And I just have to find some other way. And there's always other ways of doing things. But I got insurance here, and I have part of small policy there. So between what I got here and what I got there, it'll work itself out if I have to go back.
But that's why I was telling you, it's probably better that you enroll in the VA healthcare system, because at least you know you can go to that.
Right,
and they'll
right,
explain
right.
to you what all is covered. And depending on how much you make, if you got to pay a copay, how much it would be for medications or whatever. Trust me,
Right.
It is far less than anything you're going to pay if you go to Cigna or Blue Cross Blue Shield or any of those. You're going to pay far less at the VA than you are paying them.
Right.
So
that's a good idea. You said you enrolled through the Department of Veterans Affairs, and then you just
you enroll at the hospital. Okay. I don't know how easy it would be. Well, I was already in the system trying to see if there's a way you can do it overseas. Because I think now I don't know how you could do it over. I'm not.
So I would have to be in the States. Okay, I got you, man. But if
I
I
don't
go
know
to
if you would
Guam
have
or
to.
Hawaii, yeah.
What I would do if I was you, Bobby D, tomorrow, I would call either the VA hospital in Guam or the VA hospital in Hawaii, in the main island. And I would talk to someone in intake and just ask them, like, look, I'm a veteran, not you're disabled, I'm a veteran. I want to enroll in the healthcare system. Is this something I can do online, or is this something I have to be in person to do?
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Because
if all else failed, Bobby, at least you know you got that. If you got to go back to the States, at least you got that.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. And I'm gonna have to fool that Medicaid B stuff, paying no back pay and all that. I ain't playing. I'm not doing all that. But yeah, man, that's some good information.
But that's stuff people are not aware of.
Right.
They don't know. But if you never plan on going back to the States, that's a decision you have to make by paying out that money every month that you could have. Let's say you paying out $150 a month.
Right.
That's $1,800 a year. You pay it out. And what are you doing with it? If you never plan on going back to the States, you just giving the government back money that you could have.
That's why I didn't want to get into it. I'm not going to live in the States permanently. I know that. So I was like, this is a waste, and I can't use it here anyway. So I just forget that Medicaid B stuff. They give you the Part A free, so I just take what they give me free. But you never know how life has a tendency to turn around a situation for you. So it's always good to have something in the background to catch you up, just to get some care in case you need it. Fall back on.
Okay. All right. So a lot of you guys know about investment visas, right?
Yeah.
Congress right now has a bill where they're trying to do away with secondary citizenship over investment visas. In other words, people who invest a lot of money in a country can get a secondary visa or passport. They can get a secondary passport, become a resident of another country. The United States wants to do away with that because investors are using that second passport to avoid paying taxes.
Tax write-off.
By purchasing property and doing everything else under that other residency or ID or whatever they got from whatever country.
Right.
So be aware of this because that bill is coming up for a vote.
Okay.
If you had planned on becoming a citizen through investment, you may want to see what's going to happen with that bill, or do it now. Excuse me, do it now before that bill goes through. If you're going to do it,
Right.
Before they change the rules. Now, the way
Yeah.
I'm becoming a resident is not through investment. Mine is
Okay.
through time, having time in the country. It's
Okay.
not through investment.
Okay.
The program that I'm on is not affected by this. But say if
Okay.
I were to buy a house, because that's an investment into the country,
Right.
and I'm buying it for 250,000, then I can gain residency, eventually citizenship through that progress. That's what
Right.
they want to do away with,
Okay.
because people are not paying their taxes. They're using the other one. But again, people, if you are a U.S. citizen, you owe taxes regardless. Okay.
Every time.
You owe Uncle Sam regardless. You do
That's
not want to be on the opposite side owing
right.
taxes.
I've been there one time. I owed them taxes, man. I felt like dog, man. They dogged me out, man. They were gonna take it out of my check, my paycheck. I said, no, I paid them though. I finally got them paid off.
And you veterans out there, if they send you a letter and they tell you you owe us, you need to contact them immediately and set up payment arrangement. Do
That's
not
right.
wait for them,
No.
because when you wake up that morning, when you get paid, you may only have $200 out of all the money you're supposed to get, because they're going to just take it.
They're
They
gonna
figure
take
if you don't contact us, you don't care. You don't
they'll
care
take
what we
your
take.
whole check.
Okay.
They'll take your whole check and you have nothing left. You think you got money, you got zero balance. They took it all. I mean, they don't play. You know, I had a letter sent to me a couple of months ago from IRS. I owed taxes. I paid taxes last year, but they caught an error on my form and I owed more taxes. And I was pissed off because I had to pay interest because the letter was 2 months late, you know, because they charge you interest if you don't pay. But I sent them a check and everything, got it straightened out. But yeah, man, you got to pay. You got to pay the government. They don't play that. Wherever you go in this world, those Social Security number, they're going to track you. That's what they're going to get you on, whatever you do. And people think that just because they're living overseas, they don't have to pay taxes. Come on,
No.
man. What's wrong with you? You're an American citizen, right? You got a Social Security number, they're gonna track you down sooner or later, wherever you go. You got a passport, you got a visa, they're gonna track you down. So you might as well go and pay it now, because when they catch up with you and all the interest and stuff they put on and penalties, hey man, it's gonna be coming through your nose. They're gonna bleed you. They're gonna take everything you got. So yeah, man, that's very good advice. This is tax season coming along. I only pay my taxes on April 15th because you usually have to pay. Last 2 years I've had to pay, and I'm figuring I have to pay this year too. So I wait till the 15th to pay mine, and I do it electronically because I don't like giving Uncle Sam my money, but I got to do it. I think nobody don't like to pay taxes.
Hey, it is what it is. And like you said, Bobby, they know. There's no point of
They
saying,
know.
hey,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna worry about it. They're not worried about it either. Because when they get to your number, don't worry, they coming.
they coming for you, and they gonna have no mercy for you. You know, I'm a senior citizen. I'm a veteran. I can't take my money. They done got it already. You missing your check. They done got your Social Security, your veteran check, everything gone. I don't know if they take the veteran check, but they take
Oh
most of
yeah.
your money. If you got a job, they'll take it.
Oh, you best believe if you owe taxes, they gonna take it from whatever source you got. They taking
Okay.
that money.
Oh, really? Okay. They take the VA
Oh
check
no,
too.
that's federal. Look, let me explain something to people real quick. Okay, if even with the state, so I'm gonna eliminate the state and the federal government and put them in a different category.
Okay.
But let's say you bought a car, you bought a house, you said, screw it, I'm not paying nobody nothing. I don't care if my credit's ruined or whatever. And
Right.
all you got is VA and Social Security, ain't nothing they can do. Nothing they can do but try to sue you in court. And even when they sue you in court, the judge knows they can't take a dime from you
Wow.
with
That's
Social
bad.
Security and VA.
VA.
And I'm saying this for you can go buy a brand new car and tell them, F you, I'm not paying a dime. Ain't nothing
Wow.
they can do. Nothing. But try to repossess it when you ain't looking. That's it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the federal government and when it comes to the state, depending on what it is with the state, for example, workman's comp, unemployment. You've been lying and getting unemployment. You've been lying and getting workman's comp, and anything federal, they can hit your Social Security, they can hit your VA, because you got to remember who's paying you. Uncle Sam's paying you.
Yeah.
So if you owe on consent, they're gonna get their money, Bobby D. There ain't no, well, you know, I'm gonna just say they don't give a damn. How much does he owe? Take it out his check.
Well, that's sad. That's sad, but you know, Uncle Sam is Uncle Sam. He provides the benefits, and then there's also advisor that you have to pay the taxes to support the benefits he's giving you. So that makes sense. You know? Nobody want to pay taxes, man, but that's an obligation that we carry as American citizens everywhere we go in this country and in this world. We have to pay taxes. So, but that's good information, man. I run up on this every year about this, you know, I have to pay taxes. I said, you a citizen? Yeah. Okay, you got to pay taxes. How simple is that? You know, how simple is that?
Now,
but
there are
just
people, Bobby D, out there that are not required to pay taxes because they don't have a tax viability. If they're receiving Social Security and VA, they're not receiving enough Social Security in order to pay taxes on it.
Right.
And all they got is like their VA as well. They don't have any tax liability. They have none. They're not paying nothing. You know, they can file what do you call that? That they had them file to get those stimulus checks. God dang it.
Oh God.
You can file a non-filer. God, it's called a non-filer something.
Non-something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And all that does is just give your up-to-date address and location of where you are.
Right.
It's some kind of non-filer. I forgot what it is. So those people, Bobby D, owe nothing. They owe the federal government nothing. Nothing.
It's good. Very few people like that. I tell you that. Most people don't have to pay. If you've been in this world, you know, a good while, you know, got some kind of income built up, you're gonna have to wind up paying. If you like poverty level, you probably don't have to pay nothing. But you above that poverty level line, usually you're gonna wind up paying some taxes. That's the way it is. Now they used to say people that live overseas didn't have to pay taxes, but you still have to do your taxes and send them in. And usually you wouldn't have to pay taxes. The first few years I was over here, when I did my taxes, I broke even. Didn't have to pay no taxes. I wasn't owed nothing. I was just broke even. But I don't know what it is, man. The last 3 years, I've been having to pay big time. You know, and every year been going up. So you know, that's that theory about you living overseas don't have to pay. Y'all need to kick that out the window. It don't work. You know.
Now, Bobby D, locally in the Philippines, do you have to pay taxes to the Philippines as well?
No, I don't have to pay any taxes here because Philippines got that agreement with the USA. Can't double tax.
Okay, double taxation. Got it.
Right. They can't do the double tax because I'm an American citizen. I'm married to a Filipina, and that excludes me from paying any Philippines tax. Now, I do pay taxes on my houses, cars, stuff like that. But as far as income taxes, that double tax thing, the treaty they got with the USA blocks that. I only pay it to USA. So I don't think Colombia got that treaty.
Oh no, ain't no agreement here. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm thankful for that they got that agreement here. I only pay my taxes to the USA. I'm a married permanent resident here. I'm married to a Filipina. That blocks the Philippine government, based on the treaty they have with the United States, from not taxing. They cannot tax me because they don't want to double tax me because of that treaty. So
last thing, Bobby D, what do you think about the U.S. bringing those military bases back to the Philippines?
Okay, good question. I think that the U.S. needs it very, very big, because and it's been predicted that within the next year we're going to be at war with China. China, you know, is trying to take everything over here, so that when war happens, they can dominate the area and say you can't get in this West Philippine Sea and so forth. Overall, I think it's a good thing. America needs that very much, and if you want to be honest about it, Philippines need it too, because China is trying to bully them and take everything they got. And I don't know what it is. The Philippines just won't fight back. They just sit there and say, okay, China, that's yours. Okay, go get it. Now, I'm not like that. And people out here, they just let things do. But we have a treaty. They have a treaty with the United States that says the United States will protect them if anybody tries to attack them. And so they understand that China is a big threat, and that those bases will bring in big millions of dollars of more income into the revenue of this country, and they're trying to build up their revenue again. So it is a good deal, and it's a good deal for for the Philippines as well as the U.S. I think it's a good deal.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, Bobby D. If they end up bringing a base over there, that might drive people like myself over to the Philippines, because that's a game changer, because that eliminates a lot of issues that you would have in countries like here when you actually got a military base and you're a veteran, you're retired, or you are 100% disabled veteran. Not even 100% now, because what is it? Anybody can get an ID card to go on base.
Right.
That eliminates you worried about mail. That eliminates you worried about medication,
Right.
getting food, getting loans. That,
Right.
Bobby D, having a base in the Philippines solves a ton of problems
Right.
for people in foreign countries, because you have more of America on that base.
That's right.
There ain't nothing you can't order. And like when you're a veteran, I don't know if you remember the PX or the BX. I don't want what brand you're in, but
PX.
You can order stuff from anywhere in America and they'll send it to that base. You just go right to that base and pick it up.
Yep. I remember that.
So that eliminates, but that is a game changer. Like if there was a base somewhere here in South America, because there used to be one in Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico, U.S. territory. But if they had a base in one of these countries, that's where I would be. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I would be right there.
Yeah, well, so a lot of people won't be coming here because of those new bases. We had a base, the U.S. had a base here years and years ago. I think it stopped in the 80s, called Subic Bay. And that bay, that when it was out there, it was booming, man. But when they left, way down, because the money wasn't flowing no more. So they're coming back now. So when they come back, every base area gonna go up.
It's gonna drive a lot of retirees to the Philippines because of what I just explained. Right. It's just like having a part of the U.S. that you can count on, because that's the U.S. government. Right. Any issues you have, you can go right there and handle it. Versus the way it is right now, you trying to go to the embassy, you trying to go to that little VA clinic right there next to the embassy. It's totally different when you got a full-on base out there. That is totally different.
Yeah, it's really different, man. But it's going to be a godsend for a lot of guys that want to come out here and have to have that VA or whatever. And now with them bases out there, they're going to be right there, man. That's going to be a big help. All right, Markell, what you got?
That's man. I've taken up a lot of your time already.
Hey, it's good information, man. I want you to take the time because you're doing a good service. People good to get that information and knowledge from you. And knowledge is power. If you don't have the knowledge, you have no power. So you bring us the knowledge, you bring us the power in our lives. It's up to us to take action on it. Now I'm gonna take a look at that thing you talked about, the healthcare thing. I'm gonna call them people and find out, what it takes for me to get in. Yeah, if I can get that extra added insurance, why not?
It ain't costing you nothing. It's not like you paying a membership or a fee for it.
Right. They're going to do that means test, and they'll test my income, whatever else they need. And when I'll determine if I can afford it or what. But we'll see. I'm gonna check it out. All right, Markell, it's been real. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. See you next week, man. Thank you.
All right, man. You guys have a good one. I'm out.
All right, you too. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our veteran segment today with Markell Wingfield. He comes our way every Friday, and every opportunity we can, we bring him on because it's a good information. Markell provides very solid, good information that you can take and use right now. He just provided me some information about getting possible health care. And so I'm going to take a look at that. And those of you that are in my shape, you have insurance, but you want more insurance, why not? If you're a veteran out there, you got your DD 214, well, they're gonna have to look up mine. I have mine. I don't know. I thought I had it here, but it must be in the States somewhere. My sister, whatever. But I think you can look it up from your Social Security number. Just go and check it out. All right, guys. Let's get back to our topic for today. Check out Markell's show, Markell's Wingfield. It's called Markell's TV, the podcast. Y'all check it out when you can. It gives you timely veterans information, Social Security information, disability information, whatever governmental program you're on. Markell will more likely have some knowledge for you in that area, or if he doesn't give you specific advice, he'll give you a reference, a point of reference where you can get that information you need. Okay. All right. So today we're talking about unmasking tricks and simps in the real world. Sometimes tricks is just that, trick. They play tricks on you. They play tricks on themselves. They play tricks on other people, and they get used as tricks. Okay. So we're going to unmask them. And the simps, you know what they do. Suckers, that's all they are. You know what a simp stands for, right? Suckers, idolizing, mediocre, and I'm not going to say the last word. You know what that P stands for. That's what a simp is. So we're going to unmask these people today and let them know that we know who they are. And give me a second. I don't know what's going on with my system. I keep hitting the wrong button. Hold on. Okay, guys, my internet's slow, so I'm gonna run this real quick. Let's go. Thumbnail for the day. One more time. Unmasking tricks and simps. And let me get this off the screen real quick. I left that on there. I want to get that off. Okay. And let's get back to here. Unmasking tricks and simps. Okay. And who does the unmasking? The women. So women look at tricks and simps in a different way because they see beyond the mask. They see behind the veil. They see the real person that's trying to emulate somebody that they're really not. That's what simps and tricks do. You know what a trick is, right? He just give it the money to get a little piece. That's a trick, you know? And so simps and tricks are really the same type mentality, the same type attitude. They have nothing, but they want something. Did you hear me what that said? They have nothing, but they want something. It's a trick and it's a simp. Let's go. Focus, focus for the day. Number one, we're going to look at women have no respect for tricks and simps. Number two, we're going to take a look at the lack of respect creates a sucker. Yeah, sucker. Sucker born every day, every minute, every mile, every minute is a sucker born. Number three, what women value in men. Don't you want to know what women value in men? Because if you have the qualities that they're looking for, you'll become a valuable asset to a woman. No? You don't have to be 6'4" and 195. You don't have to be all that. You can be 5'2". But if you have the right qualities, you'll be attractive. You'll be a powerful asset in the mind of a woman. Okay? So understand what women want. Number two, let's go. Number one is what? Focus. Women have no respect for tricks and simps. They don't. They lay right there. That's a trick or a simp right behind her. She's like, look at this fool. I had to deal with him again. Look at him looking at me like that. You need to take that mask off, and I know what's all about. That's how they are. Tricks and simps have the same mentality. They want something for nothing. They're not about anything, but they try to fool people that they are. Right? And so what happens is tricks and women have no respect for them because they give away their resources. What you mean resources? Yeah, they give away their time, they give away their money, and they give away their energy, everything. They give it away. A simp gives it away because he wants to be accepted by the woman. A simp has to be controlled. A simp has to be molded. A simp has to be folded. You know? And a trick, he got nothing to offer, so he give them the money. Okay, so they give away their resources, they give away their time, the energy. And women view the man as a slut. You know? That's right. Women view tricks and simps like they're sluts. Like we view sluts, a woman will view a pimp and a trick as a slut. Yeah. What does a slut do? A female slut do? They give it up to every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the world, right? And so, what does a simp do? He idolize every woman he see. He bow down and kiss their feet. What does a trick do? Give up the money, just for a little taste. That's it. That's all it is. They have no discipline. They have no energy. They have no empathy. They have no passion. All they have is what they got to give to get what they want. So, whenever you have no discipline, whenever you have no passion, no energy, no commitment, then women will not respect you. And they will view you as a simp or a trick. And when a woman has a trick and she can use him to get what she wants, she will do whatever she can to get the money. And so they would do the same thing to a simp. All simps and tricks have the same thing in their mind. What I got to do to get what I want, how much I got to give her, what I got to do, I got to kiss her feet, whatever. And that's what they do. And some of you right now are simps out there. Am I coming down on you? No. I'm just trying to explain to you how women feel about you, how the world sees you. They see you as a loser. You heard me. They see you as a loser in life. Mhm. You have no boundaries. You have no discipline. You have no mentality for drive, energy. And so you're aimless out there. And so many women see simps as losers. Many women see tricks as losers. But in the eyes of the trick and in the eyes of the simp, women see them as contributing to their life, but they're really not. They don't want to even be bothered with you. It wasn't for the money you were giving them. Women want, need, and desire and respect men with what? Boundaries. Boundaries, man. Yeah. You want your you want your woman to respect you? Do you want your woman to love you? You have to earn that respect. How do you earn the respect? Boundaries. When you tell me, please, boundaries, man. You got to have some boundaries. That's how you earn your woman's respect, because she know you're not weak as water. She know you won't let her walk all over you. They value that. They value a man that can put his foot down. I'm not talking about beating her up and all that. I'm not talking about cussing her out. A real man don't resort to violence. A real man don't resort to cussing his woman out and calling her all kind of words. A real man don't do that. Pimps and simps and punks do that because they don't know how to do what? Communicate. And so they do everything they can to reach her, and they don't have no power. So they find some false power in their fists and they beat her. Or they find some false power in their words and call it everything in the book. All kind of B word, everything they can think of to denigrate her character, to make her feel less than what she really is. But in actuality, the things that they're calling that woman is a reflection of what they're feeling on the inside. I told you, life is about inside out. Everything you do, everything you see, every place you go, every little step you take starts from the inside out. If you don't know that, you better ask somebody. Inside living, man. It is your mind that determines where you go in life, how far you go, how you elevated you are in life. It is your mind. When you don't address the issues of your mind, your mentality, your spirit, then you're going to suffer in life. Okay? It's about boundaries, having limitations, having realms that you will not have anyone cross over, having lines. Those are how a woman respects a man. And so most simps, ladies and gentlemen, and most tricks have no boundaries. They will do anything. They will stand for nothing and fall for everything. Fall for anything. That's what they do. No values, no character, no standard, or low standards. Okay? Simps and tricks wake the age up. Time is flying by. Before you know it, you ain't got nothing but a simp mentality. You ain't got nothing. You're 60, 70 years old, and you ain't got nothing but a trick mentality. Because you didn't know how to respect women and treat women with decency and dignity. You didn't know how to carry yourself. You had no discipline. You had no standards. And I know I got a lot of simps out there. Yeah, you kiss your lady feet and anything she say, that's it. And that's not a good way to be a man. That's a good way to continue your boyhood. If that's what you after, that's a good way to do it. But a real man don't simp. A real man, right? They want a real man. Play man got to go sit down in the corner and let the real man stand up. Okay, real man like Bobbied D. But yeah, you got to be a real man if you want a real woman, right? Hold up, you want a real woman, right? So the real man got to come out in you. A lot of times, excuse me. Okay, LisaD's trying to tell me something. What'd you say? Oh, I heard you beating over it. But a lot of times we never go from one transition to another. We never make that transition from boyhood to manhood. And there's a lot of factors because of that. Sometimes we didn't get the training we needed. Sometimes we a lot of times men, especially particularly men, we lose or we don't get the item that we needed to push us to that next level. A lot of times men are mentored by men. And when you are in a home that's only female leader, your mom and auntie, whatever, great big mama, and no man in the house, it's hard for you to make that step because all you got is a female leadership. And female leadership can't give you what a man leadership can do. So we lose something that's the momentum that will push us to the next level. We lose it and we never gain it. And then there's sometimes you can gain it by having mentors in your life. And when I told you about people not getting certain things in life, some things I didn't get in my life that I needed to push to that manhood level. But you know what? The Lord saw fit to send men my way, good, godly men to show me things, to teach me things. And I made it to the next level of manhood. I made it across that line. A lot of guys ain't got that, and they'll never get that. Because they think it's all about them doing it. They don't want nobody else. You can't tell me nothing attitude. When I saw myself losing in life, when I saw myself not going further as I wanted to go, I looked for help. And people, thank goodness, God sent me my mama. He sent me my uncle. He sent me my deacons in the church. And those people showed me. And I learned. And I moved on up. But if you're a simp or a trick, you'll never move up until you get rid of that mentality. Number 2, lack of respect. Lack of respect. Whenever you have a disrespect of an individual, and you're a woman, if you have a disrespect of a man, it's going to cause, you're going to have problems. When a woman loses respect for a man, she disdains him. It repels him to be around her. It repels her to be around him. And there's not a whole lot that man can do to get around that. And how does he lose respect? By not having boundaries, by not treating her respect, by not having discipline about his attitude and how he talks to people, by being incompetent, by being a loser, having a sucker mentality, letting anybody use him, abuse him. Women don't like to see a man get used. And they call themselves want to be with them. No, you a loser. That's the way they're gonna tell you. You can't do nothing for me. They want men that are strong, that are capable. They want men that have a positive mind versus a negative mind. They want people that have a backbone. They can stand when they can't stand. They help them lift them up. That's why men have no respect that are simps and tricks for women. But in their mind, they are respected, but they're really not. Ask a woman, who you respect? A simp, a trick? Well, you respect their money, but you don't respect them. That's what they'll tell you. It's important. Whenever you're dealing with a woman, lack of respect will always be there if you're a simp or a trick. Last one we have. What a woman value in a man. She values a man using his resources wisely. Whatever, if you have money, if you have talent, if you have time, if the woman sees that you're using your time, money, etc., valuably and the right way, they value you, they respect you. But when they see you not doing anything in life, no having no drive, no confidence, no leadership, no decision-making skills, that's when they disrespect you. And most of the time, people that have no drive, no leadership, no confidence, no faithfulness, no passion are usually simp because they look to the woman to find those things. They look to the woman to give them confidence. They look to the woman for leadership because they can't lead a fly. They can't lead a nothing nowhere. They ain't got it like that. And a lot of times people miss things. They don't have leadership skills and so forth, all those skills they need to move forward in life because they didn't get it in childhood. You'd be surprised how childhood determines your adulthood life. Thank goodness I had a very decent childhood life. And like I said, some of the things I missed, but the Lord sent me the people I needed to get what I need. Some of you right now, you messed up in childhood, had a worst childhood ever, and you stuck in a rut. and you think there ain't no hope, I'll be honest, there is hope. You got to get around the right people, the right mentality, and talk to people and see how they are and tell them where you need to be. And believe it or not, people will help you reach your goal in life. All right, man, I'm out. That's it. We're gonna ride this train real quick. We gonna go. These things I gotta. You ready? We gotta get out here real quick. We got an appointment to go to. People get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. You just get on board. All you need is love. Whoo, say it again. Sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. I read right chain about the easy one nation of women love. When I say toot toot, you say all aboard. Toot toot, toot toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot toot. All aboard. Let's ride this train real quick, y'all, and we out. Okay. All right. We're gonna find out who's running off the top of the buffed up enough to be the first man in his house. Who that say they're gonna beat them? I need to know. Can you tell me, please? I'm gonna find out who that is. Say they're gonna beat them. Say, LisaD, you know who that is?
I'm not telling you.
She that does. All right, let's go. I'll find out who we go. Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the donation to the nation. Thank you so much, Terry Fleming. Donation to the nation. More blessings. Much love. All right, we got to do a dance for Terry Fleming, Brian Train, Bobby DC, One Nation, Guru Love.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Terry. He made it to the top, and he didn't stop till he dropped. Let's go. Here we go. Let me go. Here we go. Let's go, Mike. Thing now.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. So what you trying to do?
Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation. More blessing, much love. Thank you so much, my brother from another mother. Everybody hit the like button for me one time. 1, 2, 3. Chicha-paya. 1, 2, 3. Chicha. Can you hit the like button, please? Hit the like button, man. We ain't got a lot of folks. Hit the like button. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby DC, One Nation, Group of Love. Who we got? John Thomas. What's up, John? He said, good morning, Bobby. At least good morning to you, John. Good evening there in the United States. Good evening to John. John's in New York City where the women are pretty. It's so good to see you on the train today, man. Always good to see my people on the train, riding, being happy, being free. That's what life is all about, man. You know, life is not about being mad and angry and who want to go around like that, being a sad sack. If you got a lemon, turn it into lemonade. Okay, you gonna ride train by DC One Nation. Who we got? Terry Fleming, he said, hello, some Markell, so John Tom. What's up? Y'all right, man? So good to see you. Ryan Train, Bobby DC, One Nation Group. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I now have a new podcast on my channel.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too, my dear. I have a new podcast channel, guys. If you want to look at it, let's look into it. Podcast, our audio recordings. But this is, you can also look, if you want to look at the video as well. YouTube have a new program where they can take videos that you've done and convert them into podcasts. So I did 561 of my videos. Right now, the first podcast I'm doing is on relationships. So if you go over to my channel and you get the menu at the top, the very last one on the right, as you go to the right of the menu, you'll see podcast. I have to get a better mic and a better internet. We're going to go by the internet, people. I keep dropping. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, check out my podcast when y'all get a chance. Okay, man. Appreciate that. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, it's some Markell. What's up?
Number 2, just would do.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. No. John Thomas.
G-Chan, I'm so sorry.
Sorry to tell you that, but number 2 just wanted, but you do just fine. Okay, man, so good to see you in the house today. Ryan Train, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, hello, some Markell. So, John. Ryan Train, who we got? Murphy. Hey, what's up,
What's
family?
Gunny?
What up, Gunny in the house? Gunny in the house. Woo, what's up, Gunny, man? You good? You good? So good to see you. Ryan Chain, who we got? Regenerative Life Wayne.
Wayne.
What's up? What's up, Wayne? How you doing, man? He said, attention on deck. At ease. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you, Wayne. Good to see you in the house today.
Salute.
Salute back at you, my brother. I think Wayne is a veteran, military veteran, disabled veteran, and he's doing good. So good to see
Welcome to
you.
our Love Train. Looks like you're new here. Please subscribe.
Well, I think he's been on before, but he's with Markell. Markell, but every time Markell comes on here, he brings some of his veteran buddies with him. When I go to his show, I bring some of my people. So good to see you, Wayne. If you hadn't hit that like button yet, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, okay, man? So good to see you, so good to see you, so good to see you. Let's go, Ryan J. Who we got? John Thomas. Is it good?
Good evening, Terry Fleming and Murphy Hayes.
What's up? What's up? Ryan J. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, regenerative life. Hello, I can't.
What did you say? Say it again. Say it again.
Regenerative.
Yes, sir. Regenerative. See, now you got me messed. Regenerative. And I'm sort of bezazzled today, guys, because I didn't get much sleep last night. I was up all day. That's why I'm all messed up. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
It's like you're drunk, Wayne.
I don't know. I'm like, but you know, that's what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Murphy Hayes said, hello, Sir John Thomas. What's up? What's up? Terry Fleming, he said, hello, Sir Murphy. What's up, man? You good? So good to see you, Ryan Train, Bobby DC, One Nation, Governmental Love. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, hello, Sir Wayne. What's up, man? You good? Ryan Train, who we got?
You're Wayne also.
Yeah, I am. You're right. That's my name. That's my middle name. Most of them don't know my middle name, LisaD. So LisaD just mentioned my middle name. Thank you a lot, LisaD. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you a lot.
I don't like people knowing my middle name. She just mentioned it.
When are you coming in here?
No, my name. You heard she said when. How you pronounce my name? When? My name is not When.
When?
My name.
When.
How you spell my name, LisaD?
Wayne.
But you pronounce it WHEN. Let's get it right, sister. Okay, my name is Wayne. They named me after Wayne Newton, man. Like I like Wayne Newton. My dad named me Bobby Wayne Newton Dix. Let's go right there. We got.
You didn't read it.
I'm sorry. We got. Hello, Sir Wayne, and Murphy said, hello, Sir Terry. Numero uno. Terry wasn't playing today. He had a donation for the nation. He kicked the door in. He said, I'm going to kick some of my money in, and I ain't playing. He wasn't playing. He bust that door down. Let's go, Ron Chain.
Numero dos.
Perry Mason in the house said, what do you love, Chain? Hey, man, you do just fine.
What's up,
Perry, since you in here, never lost a case, man. I needed Terry last week, Lacey. I had to do some. Terry, I had a big meeting, man. It was a very big concern, and I had to deal with an attorney. You know, I had to have my facts straight. And guess what? The attorney, man, I said, I wish I had Perry Mason.
We need your help, Perry Mason.
The attorney, he tried to turn on me. He tried to shut me up. All kinds of. I said, listen, you can't shut me up. I got evidence here, and I'm gonna talk this evidence. You can't shut me up. And man, I look before I got through with the meeting, man. The man apologized to me. You kidding me?
Because he was reading the articles, something like that.
This how I beat him, y'all. I looked up the law, and I knew that if a lawyer cannot deny the truth, he cannot deny the law. So in order to beat a lawyer, you have to go at their play their game. So I read the law backwards and forwards, inside and out. I knew the law, and I knew that my position was correct, right? So I wrote down every position I had. I looked up the law, and I wrote the article, the chapter, the verse, everything that applied to each one of my points. And when I read off my stuff, you wanted me to shut up because I had 18 points. I had 18 points that showed them that I was right and they were wrong. And when I got through my 18 points, the man apologized. And that's something. And didn't he apologize, lady?
Yeah.
He apologized. That's telling you, man, if you read, you do your homework, you do your study, you don't got to be no lawyer. You just got to read. You better you smarter than a fifth grader, right? That's all you got to do. Read, man. I read that law inside and out. And as I read the law, I saw all the bad things these people were doing. I said, man, this is crazy, man. I didn't even know the law till I read it. But I had an idea they were doing something wrong, right? But I didn't know how much wrong they were doing until I actually measured what they were doing to the law I was reading. And I said, wow, they did this wrong, this is wrong. And it kept on going. I had 18 things they did wrong. I read every one of them to him. He said, I'm sorry, sir. He had to back down. Let's go around train, Bobby. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. Oh my goodness. It is Sir Mason on board.
Perry Mason on the board in the house today. Let's go around train. Who we got? Regenerative. He said, you owe the government. They're gonna take, yeah. The government will take every peso, every penny, every centavo, every cent you got. They don't play. Uncle, you can mess with a whole lot of people in this world, but you can't mess with Uncle Sam. But you're an American citizen. They're gonna find you wherever you are. Okay. You can run, but you can't. You can run and you can hide, but they're gonna find you sooner or later. And when they get you, man, they're gonna take. They get everything you got, or you going to jail. Take your pick. So why not do right in the beginning and pay your taxes? Okay. I've met a lot of guys out here. They don't pay taxes. I could name some right now, but I wouldn't do that to embarrass them. I paid my taxes ever since I was working. I started working when I was 14 years old, and I worked as a delivery boy on a bike. I was delivering medication from a drugstore all over town. My town called Charleston, South Carolina. I don't know if y'all know about it. It's a small town, city by the sea, and so you can get all over that city by bicycle. So that's what I did. I made money every day after school. I went to my job and I did, delivered the medication. I got, at that time, things was, I got $35 a week, man. I believe that 6 days. I worked 6 days a week and I got $35. That was a lot of money for me because I bought all my school books, all my school clothes, anything I needed for projects at school, whatever. I never bothered my mama for nothing. Because I work, And so it's a blessing, man. Let's go around train. Who we got? And I paid my taxes too. Let's go. Thank you so much, John Thomas, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. He said, have a great week, Bobby. You take it easy and enjoy your life. Thank you, God bless.
Thank you
so
much.
Big John, you do the same, brother. Enjoy your life in the New York City with the women of pretty. We need to do a dance for John. I need you on the train today. Get a dancer. But I'm about to pass out over here. Let's go. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin. The hardest working man in the business. The hardest working man in the business. I feel good.
Thank you so much, John Thomas, for the
so much,
donation
Big
to the
Chan.
nation. More blessings.
Much love.
Thank you so much. My brother from another mother. Round train, Bobby Lee, one nation of the group. Look.
Frederick Mason, congrats to you, Sir Fleming. Number one.
Terry Flynn wasn't playing, man. He said, I'm gonna wait till they get on here. I'm gonna be number one today. Ain't nobody gonna stop me today. Ain't nobody stopping me. He did it right, tight, long, and strong. Let's go, round train. Who we got?
Not in here.
Smooth sound. Oh well, I don't know. Smooth sound got a lot of things going on. Y'all keep praying for Smooth. Remember, he lost his ex-girlfriend, and he took it pretty hard. Okay, we have to be careful with people like that. Whenever you lose someone, you don't really realize how much you missed them until they're gone. Okay, I can tell you that for a fact. I can testify on that. I've lost my mother. I've lost my grandmother, my oldest brother, my oldest sister, and my brother right below before me. So you got to go to. We dropped the game, guys. We got to go to the internet place today as soon as we get off here. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Bijan, good evening, Frederick Mason.
What's up? What's up, Perry Mason? Let's go.
Frederick Mason, how are you, Sir Jan Thomas? What's up? Barry Barry White.
Barry, what's up, Barry? He said, salute,
Salute.
Bobbied Train and go. Hey, thank you so much, Barry.
Vote.
Barry is another of
Subscriber
subscriber,
Markell.
Markell. Hey, y'all can't talk today. And
Thank
so
you
good to see you,
for
Barry. Glad you showed up today.
watching.
Always good to see you in the house today. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Frederick Mason, Sir Hayes, what do you say?
He
Let's
said, I'm
see.
all right. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, I'm blessed with no stress. With no stress.
I'm blessed with no stress.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's the way to be. Blessed and no stress. And when you retire and you don't have to get up and go on somebody's job every day, you can be blessed with no stress too. No stress. I remember when I was working, man, I retired in 2014, and I really wasn't planning on retiring, but I came here for vacation with LisaD, and I was so relaxed and carefree, and I didn't want to go back. And LisaD said, you need to stay here. I said, no, I got to go back to my job. I don't want to go back, but I don't want back. He said, no, you need to stay here with me and enjoy your life. When she said that, I said, you might have something else. So I mailed my boss and said, look, man, I'm out. I'm not coming back. And I never looked back since, man. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Frederick Mason,
Thumbs up. Thank you so much, Perry Mason. Ryan Train, who we got?
When? It would be great for military retirees like us to with a base there.
Yeah, if you're here in the Philippines, you have one option for military retirees right now, and that's in Manila. Now, when these bases get started up, they'll bring millions and millions of dollars, US dollars out here, which is much needed right now in the Philippines. And it'll bring people, military personnel, former military retirees, because now they can come out here and they were dependent on this hospital being near them, and they go where these bases are, the hospitals, and all that'll be a PX. You get stuff discounted rates, all of that stuff there, man. So this is a godsend for many people that were trying to get out here. Yeah. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Bija and Frederick Mason, everything is well.
Everything doing right. Everything doing right. Let's go. Who we got?
Life when it will be back in Subic Bay again.
Yeah, Subic Bay was closed down in the 80s. It was very, very popular, and it brought a lot of money. But for some reason, in the 80s, the Philippines got tired. They had a 50-year agreement with them. The U.S. had a 50-year agreement for the base, and at the end of the agreement, they didn't want to renew, so they kicked them out of there. And ever since they kicked the United States out of Subic Bay has gone down to the ground. I'm telling you, man. So now it's beginning to come back up because people know that American is coming back out here, and American dollars make people howl. Okay, let's go, Ryan Chan. Who we got?
Frederick Mason, glad to see that, Sergeant.
Good to see you, John. Ryan Chan, who we got? Perry Mason in the house. He said, thank you, Markell TV. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
I say on behalf of
Markell
Markell TV, you are welcome. Y'all check out Markell TV every chance you get, the podcast, okay? If you veteran out there, you need to know what your rights are as far as Veterans Affairs, trying to get your disability, whatever you're trying to get into, check Markell, okay? Let's go, Ryan Chan. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, Barry, hello.
Barry White in the house. Let's go, Ryan Chan. Bobbied and LisaD, One Nation, Broom of Love.
Frederick Mason, Perry Mason will not be representing tricks and or Simps in cases of attempting to recover funds freely given in exchange for good times. It ain't happening, Philip.
That's right. You use that money, you lose that money, you don't get it back. You had your jollies and don't try to get no hollies. Let's go, Ryan Trey, Bobbied and LisaD, One Nation, Group of Love. Murphy, hey, he said, you haven't been to the U.S. lately. It's the trick and the Simps. Feminism has got a lot of modern women who are undateable, worthless, and are not marriage material. Okay, I agree with a portion of that. Feminism has wreaked havoc on the United States female society. A lot of them. First of all, they want men to bow down. Many of them, not all of them, want men to bow down and kiss their feet. They want to control the man. They want the man to go out and work and do all the work and bring the money in. They don't want to work, but they want you to work. Okay, and they don't want to split nothing in half. They want you to do everything and let them be spoils. You know, and they're part of that Me Too generation. You know? Now, as far as the Me Too generation, we should never treat women disrespectfully, abuse or abuse them. But as far as feminist community movement is going on, I don't like it. I think it's one of the worst things that could happen to the United States, and that's part of the problem with the United States right now. Everything is out of order. And it's not God's order that the woman be above the man and bound down to the man, bound down to the woman. That's out of order. So whenever you have any situation or concern, especially when it comes to male, female, and there is no order, you have an orderless society, you have orderless people, there's going to be trouble in River City. And that's where we are right now. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of men are coming overseas. Not this one. I didn't come overseas because I didn't like it over there. I came overseas because I wanted LisaD, and I didn't want LisaD because she was Filipina. She was just a right person for me, okay? And I was the right person for her. So, but a lot of people, African American men as well, Caucasian as well, are coming here to escape the United States in a way because they feel that feminism is taking over there, and the women are above them, and they're just commodities. And most men, and particularly black men, feel that they're commodities, that the women out there are seeking them for what they can get from them versus seeking them for love and companionship. So many men feel that way, Murphy, and I think you do to a certain degree as well. And but it's not that way for everybody. I want to make sure we're clear on that. There's some men that just love American women, and there's some men that just love black women, and there's some women that just love Caucasian women, and, you know, so Asian women too. So everybody is not that way, but there's a large portion of men that are coming overseas now because of that very factor. Let's go round train. Who we got? Murphy Hayes, Perry Mason. What's up, man? What's up, you know? Let's go. Who we got?
Frederick Mason, you are so right, Sir Hayes. It's a sad thing going on over here. College-age young women having the ridiculous ideas on what a man has to make to have a chance with them. Just a bunch of silly rap.
That's all it is, man. You know, when you're dealing with a college age American woman, she want money, she want drugs, and she do not want hugs. She want money, drugs, or clothes, or technical gadgets like a new cell phone. If you can do that for her, she might have some time for you. If she can fit you in her schedule, and that's not love. That's just materialism, and that's just using and abusing another person. Don't do that, man. I don't care how bad off you are. You don't have to be no simp for no woman, okay? You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to be no trick for no woman. A lot of women, they know what a man values. Men value the body of a woman. More importantly, you know that thing between their legs, we value that. And so we'll do whatever it takes for us to get that. But that's not the way to live your life in a meaningful way. Being used and abused, okay? You don't need that in your life. That's not the way to be in your life. That's not the way to deal with a woman in life. When you find a woman that's using you and abusing you, get rid of her, okay? And if you don't got enough guts to do it, then you find somebody who can tell you to tell that woman, leave him alone, okay? Let's go around chain. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. Modern women are nothing but tricks themselves. They only use the three-figure man to pay their bills and take care of the tricks and simp babies. As for short men, they call them pygmies. Murphy Hayes, what school you been to? Somebody in that school, Murphy. Murphy Hayes got this thing about women, man. Hey, you know what, man? Part of that, I agree, part of that. As far as modern women, many of them, not all of them now, because there are some good women out there that are not feminists, okay? And at the same time, there are some feminists that are really not 100% feminists. They just go with by the term, well, I'm a feminist, but they're really not. So feminism has caused a lot of problems in the United States, and it's continuing to cause problems. But Black men have to deal with a lot of issues in life. And one of the worst issues we have to deal with is the women that have been changed into feminism, Black African-American females that are feminists. Now, that's a hard one to crack. That's a hard nut to crack, okay? If you got a Black woman out there and she's a feminist, Black American, you in trouble. We keep dropping, y'all. I gotta go to.
Hurry up,
We gotta
hurry.
go.
We're almost finished.
You don't tell me we all finished.
Because our internet is slow.
Sorry about that. But yeah, man, I understand what you're talking about. Right, Jay, who you got?
We're
Short men are
finished.
not wanted. Hey, You know what? Out here, short men, this is short men's paradise right here. You got the people out here are short. I'm 5'5".
Ladies too.
I'm 5'5", and that's tall in the Philippines. Can you believe that? For a man, it's tall. So I be looking down at people. Hey man, what's up, shorty? I feel good out here.
He always calling the short ladies a
I said, what's up, shorty? Let's go around here. Who we got? Faraday and Mayley, they'll be just fine by themselves. As far as I'm concerned, don't have no time for the silly game people. But no, man, I don't play that. Even when I was younger days, once I got mature enough, I said, no, I'm through with all this playing game. I used to remember I told you I used to go to clubs, sit in the club and all that junk, buy this and buy that, try to get women on it. And I realized that wouldn't get me the kind of women I needed in my life, the kind of people I wanted in my life, stability. I let that go, And so after that point, I looked for women that have meaning. They had to be about something, had something positive going on in their life, and wanted somebody positive to be with them. Those are the people I started dealing with. And when I found people that just want to play around and go get out, let's buy me something to eat and just drink, and no, not
Buy me something to eat, maybe.
Okay, you trying to play like that women? Don't starve me, these. Let's go around here. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. That's why men are going to other places. They are simply fed up with the modern woman and seek traditional women in other place to marry. They simply don't want them anymore, and they have zero respect.
Right. Now again, we can't make all. Just don't make an all statement. Some are doing it. Some are fed up with the women. There are some bad women out there in America, but if truth be told, and we were honest, there are bad women everywhere we go. Okay, you could leave America with a bad woman and come here and get one worse than what you got in America. I'm telling you, man. It just don't say that. Life is over here and all the good women are now. There's some good women here, but there's some women out here worse than the women in America. Okay, so it depends on you and the one you get. Okay, these women out here, they will fool you and they will school you. They will take every penny you got. Okay, so if you get the wrong one, but if you get the right one, it's a godsend. Now, okay, so but let's be careful that we don't characterize all. Because there are some good women here, and there's some good women in the USA. I got some good daughters out there. I raised them right, tight, long, strong.
I know some good women are here.
Yeah, we got some good. Oh, we got some good women. Y'all look for a good woman. Let me know.
Yeah, let me know.
Let LisaD know rather. But yeah, my daughters are good. They're not feminists. Some of the things they want to help the man. They want to work and help the man like that. And they enjoy working, and they want the man to be the leader, and all that stuff, and that's fine. But stop saying there's some people out there that are feminists and they want to control the man, and then there's some that are not. So let's be fair and say give credit where credit is due. But again, I agree with Murphy that the majority of women that are under 25 nowadays, you do not want a part. It's a whole new genre out there. There's a whole new world of people in their teens and 20s. Back in the day, we would never think of the things they're doing now. They're just using people. Love is not in the alphabet. Now, love is not a word in their vocabulary. Love is like, what? Love? What's love got to do with it? You remember Argentina? What's love got to do? You know what I'm saying? Love is a thing of the past. And what paper? Married? What? That's a dirty word. Most of them. No. No, I don't need no ring on my finger. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, it's bad, and the ugly. Let's go round the train. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, other place.
Got you, man. Got you. Round the train, Bobbied and LisaD, one nation of groove and love.
Frederick Mason, answer Hayes, you're exactly right, my brother.
Right. See, a lot of men have that same sentiment. And the sad part about it is that a lot of African American men turned off to the African American woman and to American women in general, because they feel that the American women have this feministic attitude and that they can do nothing to change that. And so why continue to fight that attitude when I can find more of what I want elsewhere and around this globe? So that's why a lot of men are seeking to live elsewhere. And rightfully so to some degree. If you are not happy where you are, whether it's because of your relationship or whether because your job, how people treat you, yeah, you should make changes, But be careful because you could get what you ask for. You may not water though. Grass is not always greener on the other side. I told y'all that a few days, sometime last week. Grass is not always green on the side. Just because I live in the Philippines, don't think everything is hunky dory. No, mister. You might see me with my wife be out and about like that, but hey,
Later on, we'll just
it's a
cat and
jungle.
dog.
It's a jungle out here, man. You have to. It's like you see this picture where the duck is on the water, and he's calm and serene and peaceful, right? But if you look below the water, you take a camera shot below the water, the duck's feet is like. That's how it looks to us. Y'all see us just happy and hey, and then as y'all don't see all the work and all the turmoil and all the stuff we turn the wheels turning under the water, keeping us afloat. So it's a good and bad with every situation, advantages and disadvantages, pros and cons. It just depends on you, how bad you want to move, how bad you want to get out of there, and are you willing to make that change? Many men are scared. They scared of living where they are, but they're even more scared of breaking away from where they are because they don't know what's going to be happening, how they're going to take it. A lot of men. Let me tell you this. This is not for every man out there. Okay, get that in your mind right now. This lifestyle, this expat lifestyle. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for you if you are inflexible. You can't change. You don't like changing. You like everything your way. Don't come out here because you're gonna be heartbroken. And somebody might break your head too because you cuss them out or whatever. No, you got to be flexible out here. Okay, and don't think that because you're American, people gonna forgive you and do what you say. No, American don't mean nothing out here. It's how you treat somebody, how you treat these people. Treat them with respect, decency, and dignity. You get it right back to you. Okay, I can tell you for a fact, living in the Philippines is a blessing for me. The one thing I like about it, one of the many things I like about it is that when I interact with the people here, I don't most of the time I don't see a prejudiced attitude. However, it does exist because I have seen it here, but you don't see it prevalent like you do in the States. Okay, I can vouch for that. You do not see prejudice prevalent like you do in the States. And I appreciate that here. That means that when I walk out and talk to people, they treat me with respect, just like this color didn't matter. And be honest with you, they're not, the people here, the Filipinos are not white. They're a minority. They're just like me and you. They're a minority. They're just good old lighter shade melanin in them. So they were actually, when they originally started, this melanin, they were blacker than me. Yeah. They got mixed with a lot of different races. And so see this tone right here she got? The skin, that's like Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, who else? American. All that. But do your homework and you'll find out what I'm saying is true. Let's go round train body. Who we got?
Frederick Mason, Bobby D. These women over here are something else. The sisters act like men. I mean, pure masculine acting women and feminine acting men. It is a way out of order.
Yes, now that's out of order. A woman, that turns me off to see the woman acting like a man. I'm like, what? Excuse me? What'd you say to me? Now get back. I don't want nothing to do with you. Nowadays, when I was coming up, guys, you would have a guy see a woman or a girl, and he would want to deal with her, want to be with her, want to entertain her. So he would approach her and say, "Hey, ma'am, how you doing? My name is Bobby D. What you know? Can I call you sometime? What's wrong with that?" Nowadays, the women go, "Hey, what's up, baby?" Can you believe it? Well, hey, what's up, baby? Buy me a drink.
Coffee?
No coffee. What you drinking? Mm-hmm. You got anything on you? What you mean you got on me, man? You got anything? I need me a joint. That's all. That's the way it is, man. Yeah. So I don't know how well I would if I were back out on the street, single again and ready to mingle. I would keep to myself for a long, long time because I don't want a young woman acting a fool with me, and then a lot of the older women are doing that feminine stuff too, and they wasn't raised like that. But society has brainwashed them like it's your time to change now, and so they take it out whatever they see on the TV, whatever they see in the news and the newspaper and the movies, they doing the same thing. Okay, and so you got to be careful. Let's go right train. Who we got? Murray Hayes is exactly so. It's amazing, 100%. And that's the way it is. I want to remind y'all to check out the new podcast, Bobbied and LisaD Life. Excuse me. Bobbied and LisaD Life in the Philippines.
The podcast.
Relationships tips. Go to our channel.
This is too long, my dear.
That's all right. Go to our channel and go to the menu all the way to the right. You'll see the podcast section. Click on that podcast. And when you're at work, put your earplugs in, listen to some of the shows.
And you cannot see us.
You can't. You can hear us. If you want to, you can see us, but because it's podcast, video podcast. But you just listen to it. And then if you're at work, you can put it on. Or if you are driving on your way to here and there, wherever you're going, you are going out of town, driving on a trip, turn the podcast. Let's go around the train. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, he said, Sir Mason, what's up, man? You good? Round the train. Who we got? Live in the local Carolina. What's up, bro?
What's up, Sir Monroe?
You good? Monroe Smith in the house. Monroe Smith in the, what's up, Monroe? He said, hello, Bobby D. Live in the Philippines from Greensboro, North Carolina. What's up, man? Where the living is sweet. On the street. Let's go, Roger. Who we got? Laka. He's amazing. Monroe. Amazing. Is in the house. He's amazing. Let's go. Who we got? Kakalaka. He's hello, Murphy. Hey, what's up?
So amazing that you show up.
He still is amazing. He don't show up much. Murphy said, what up, North Carolina? You all right, man? Ryan Shane, who he's got? Nakalaka. He said, hello, Terry Fleming. What's up, man? You good? Terry Fleming said, hello.
Perry Mason.
He said, Perry Mason. He said, hello. Ryan Shane, who we got? Dr. Kakalaka. He said, hello, John Thomas. He's getting around there. He greeting everybody. When you come in late, you got to catch up. He trying to catch up. Let's go, Ryan Chain. Who we got? Kakalaki. He said, hello, Perry Mason. What's up, man? He's going down the list. D. Let's go.
Next 90.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Next.
Kakalaki said, congrats, Terry Flynn, for number one. Terry Flynn wasn't playing, man. He had a donation to the nation. He said, I'm going to kick this some of my money in. Let's go, Ryan Chain. Who we got? Kakalaki said, congrats, John Thomas, for number two. And number two just won't do, but John Thomas do just fine. Let's go, Ryan Chain. Who we got? No, Kakalaki, he said, my Manila fiance is keeping me really busy. I'm sure she is, because you're trying to get her to America. And she want to get in to see you and to marry you. So, yeah, I'm sure she is keeping you busy, and it's rightfully so. That's the lady of your life, and you need to begin making preparations for her to become Mrs. Monroe Smith. And tell me how she feels about that. Is she happy about that? And is she good? Does she have any children? And is she have any children? Is her children going to live with you? Those are things. Stop.
Ask a lot.
I got a right. I got a right to ask a lot.
You're not a lawyer. Let Perry Mason handle it.
And if she have any children, are the children going to live with you, man? I just need to know. Inquiring mind want to know. Let's go right. I'm serious, man. Let me tell you this, y'all. Okay, listen up real good. Okay, whenever you're in a relationship with a Filipina and they have children, big mistake. I'm sorry. I told you straight up. Big mistake. Problemo. Okay, if they have grown children, it might be all right. But if they have small children, 10 and under, nah, you're going to be going down under. Because they call it trouble. Not trouble, trouble. And then the lady get mad at you because if you discipline the kids, you on her hit list. Don't touch my child. Oh, Lord, you don't want that in your life, man. I keep telling you, don't want that. Yeah, I had that in my life. I married a woman that had 2 children. And man, by somebody else, not me. She had 1 by me, but 2 by somebody else. And then let me tell you this, man. The man that she had the 2 kids by, he wouldn't take care of the children. He wouldn't come see the children. And then I had to raise his kids like they were mine. And it took the love of the Lord in my life to do that. because I was angry. I was a very angry man that he didn't take care of his children. I was very angry about that. And I had to pray almost every day because why me? That was my problem. I said, why me, Lord? Why I got to do all that? The man don't take care of his children. Oh, Lord, there's so many things going in my head about that man. I wanted to just reach out and touch, you know what I'm saying? But,
I smashed.
but God got me through that situation. And it's a blessing now. But it's hard, man, because you know what the girls did when we first got married? You know what the girls told me? You're not my daddy. I'm taking care of you. I'm feeding you. I'm saying I'm all the daddy you gonna have, and you better get used to. You know, that's how we had. It was rough, man. So I'm telling you, man, do not do it, guys. That's my recommendation. Ryan Jane, who we got? Murphy, hey. He said, I salute you, sir, Monroe. Russell, what's up? No, I can't get no children, and she is so excited. She no children? Wow, man, you got a cream of the crop. Got a lady with no children. Does she have any baggage? You know what kind of baggage I'm talking about? She
No
got
baggage,
an ex.
but luggage.
She got a does she have an ex that's trying to write her some text? Is that what? Does she have an ex trying to write her some text?
Why are you trying to cause?
Leave me alone, lady.
Later on, he will check her.
What?
Later on, Monroe will gonna check her.
I got a right to ask this. Monroe's a member of this train, and I want to keep my members straight. That's what I do. Y'all know me. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. Murphy. I like.
Calculate, you the thing, Murphy. Hey, what's up? Hey, man, I'm sorry. He said, I salute you to Murphy. Hey, man, I'm sorry, Monroe, man. I was just trying to play, man. Oh, forgive me, for I know not what I do, and I know not what I say. But
Forgive him because he didn't sleep last night.
Nah, that's why I'm acting so crazy. I like, on the inside of me, like, but I'm trying to hold on straight. Right now. I'm ready to pass out in a minute. Let's go. Who we got? Freddie Mason, congratulations, y'all. Amazing Monroe in the house. Ryan Train, who we got?
No baggage.
Good. See, he answered the question. Thank you for answering the question. And thank you, Kakalaki, for being so understanding. I don't normally ask those types of questions, but I feel that I know you well enough to ask you those questions. And I feel that you're the kind of guy that you want to be open and honest, and that if you need help with something, you'll ask. So that's why I asked you the question. And I'm so glad she don't have baggage, because a woman.
When she have luggage, when she go to the U.S.
She got luggage. You know what the luggage is, right?
Baggage.
No, the luggage is the junk in the trunk. She got most Filipinos don't have a lot of junk in the trunk, okay? But yeah, I'm not trying to be smart, man. I'm just trying to get information. Let's go, Roger. Who we got? She is straight as far as I know. Okay, good. And you see what he said at the end, right?
Congrats.
As far as I know. And it's all you can go by is what you know. All you can go by is what you know by. Okay. And as you get married to this young lady, you will discover that you didn't know a lot. You thought you knew a lot, but you really didn't know a lot. That's what I found out with LisaD. We've dated for 5 years. We got married. We had to start back from scratch, from zero, like we didn't know each other, because we had to learn how to live together. You can date online all you want, but it's nothing like living together day in and day out. Because then I could see some stuff I didn't like her doing. She saw some stuff in me she didn't like me doing, but you can't see that online, right? And when we come to visit each other, we can see everything like that. You see that on a day in,
together.
You see that on a day in, day out basis. How and certain little things tick me off about her. Certain little things about me ticked her off about me. Now we have learned to adjust to each other's lifestyle and ways. And so we don't get angry and flash up in this. I know LisaD does some stuff to me. Like when I first got married, I wanted to leave. I'm like, what? I'm out of here. But now I know I don't think nothing of it, because
and now I want to leave.
There's the door right there. Hit it and get it. Let's go. Who we got, Ryan Chain? Who we got? He said, it's okay with me. I'm not going to get mad. Hey, okay, good. See, I'm telling you, man. He says, okay. You don't get mad. I try to help people, man. I'm not, if this was coming from a bad place, then I would see you get angry. And that now would be wrong for saying that. But it's not coming from a bad place in me. It's coming from a place of wanting to understand and to assist as needed. Okay, let's go around chain. Who we got? Calculate. He said, that's why I'm back and forth to the Philippines. This will be my third time already. Okay, third time coming again. Oh yeah, I remember you was out a few months ago. Remember? Like December? Okay. Well, great, man. I'm glad you're trying to make sure she's right for you. And you're doing the right thing, spending as much time with her as you can, one-on-one, and make sure Monroe please make sure you're as a mother and father or sisters and brothers, aunties, try to meet as many people you can that are in her immediate family and get to know them, because her family is a reflection of her, and she is a reflection of her family. So if you see her mother getting drunk every day, watch out. No, I'm just playing. Just playing, man. Let's go around chain Bobby.
Nothing to do with it.
Perry Macy said, Bobby, my girl in a white bikini has some junk in nice. Yeah, man, she wearing it out. She wearing it out, man. She wilding it out. Everybody ought to be busting up. What's up? What up? Everybody ought to be busting out. You have to wear sunshade with that lady. Let's go. Who you got? Burberry, you bad son, Monroe. Monroe doing real good, man. Monroe.
Because I think, my dear, this part of the, what's that, if they apply for a K1 visa, they have to have connection.
Right. That's also true. Lisa D mentioned that if he applied for K1 visa, they have to show a history, right?
Mm.
A history of a relationship where they're just not deciding to just get up and go. They have to show a pattern that they have been dating together
Yeah.
and coming back and forth and
Pictures
visiting.
also, you need to take pictures with their family, with her family.
Take as many pictures as you can, because that's all important when it comes to getting that K1 visa and allowing her to go. They're going to ask you to show a pattern or a history of her dating history between you and her. And you can do that by showing pictures. You can show your online chat line logs that you chatted with each other. All of those things will help you with establishing a decent and legal dating relationship. Let's go around train. Who we got?
North Kakalaki, yes, in December, and we will be
Back in April. Whoa, we're gonna break the record, man.
Wow.
This guy, this is like his third time now. And he's never been here before. So he's been here 3 times in less than 12 months. Wow. Wow, man, that's awesome. But I did, the most I did it was 2 times in a year. I never did 3 times a year. I did 2 times a year. But 2 times a year was a lot for me. I had to scuffle foot.
Last year he did twice, my dear, and then this year he's starting. April is his first.
Okay, but I'm talking in 12 months.
Yeah.
If you start from December to this December, that will be with 18 months. But it's good, man. Ron Chain, who we got?
Perfect. Hey, Sir Mason, I'm gonna have to track her down for you.
I tell you, man, is you got to keep track of these ladies, man, especially out here in the Philippines. You got to know what they're doing, and they got to know what you're doing. All right, guys, it's been real. It's been real. We got to go. We got to go. Everybody know we have to go out, guys. We got some business to take care of today. If I can get back to you again today, I might. But if not,
Mason, time is up.
thanks so much, Perry Mason in the house today.
I took many pictures and videos definitely, and many blogs, as I love Manila, as I was treated like a king.
Yeah, Manila's a good city, but I don't like Manila because of the smog value. And it's sort of like, it reminds me of New York City, Manhattan, Harlem. Some parts are bad, you know what I'm saying? So just don't go to the bad parts and stay around the nice people. You'll be all right. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the donation, Sir Terry Fleming and
John Thomas.
B-Chan. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching us, guys. Thank you. And we have to go.
I'm gonna let you close it out, Lisa.
Okay. Okay, we got to go. What?
No. You have to do that over again. That's not gonna work. I need some feeling. I need some power.
We got to go.
I need some emotion. Let's go. Ready? 1.
Emotion?
No, I don't need I don't need that kind of emotion. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Okay, guys, we got to go. Got to go.
Okay, that's better. That's better than the first time, so I'll accept that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been real. It's been real. It's been.
Real.
We got to go. We got to go. We got to
I
go.
forgot about that part.
See, that's why you need me. I have to remind you. Very Mary says, thank you. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Hey, thank you so much.
Peace.
But it's been great, guys. Remember to check out the podcast, and it's going to be very, very nice. I've been told many, many times that this show is very, very suitable for podcasting. And so if you just listen to it and don't even look at the visual, the way I format my shows is that you don't have to look at it, because I give you the focus. Remember, I give you the thumbnail. I tell you what's on the thumbnail. I give you the focus. I tell you the focus points we're going to hit. And then we hit those points throughout the broadcast, right? And at the conclusions, sometimes I'll summarize it and sometimes I don't. But that's the basis of a podcast. You tell them what you're going to do, and then you give them the focus. Then you go through it step by step. And at the conclusion of the podcast or the broadcast, you summarize it, and then it's done. Okay. So my situation, the broadcast that I bring, are very, very suitable for valid podcast. The only thing I'm working on, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm getting a mic. I got to get a new mic.
Another one?
Yeah, I got to get
that one don't work?
No, there's two types of mics, ladies and gentlemen. There's a dynamic mic and there's a condenser mic. What I have right now is a condenser mic, okay? It doesn't give the best quality of sound. It doesn't reduce noise that much, but it's okay. The best mic is called the dynamic mic, okay? It's cost more, but as far as podcasts are concerned, when the people are listening, they want the best listening experience, okay? So that comes with a dynamic mic. So I'm going to be getting one of those soon, and so I'll be a legitimate podcaster, okay? That's it, guys. It's Bobby saying take care.
God bless.
And
peace. Say peace.
peace. Let's go.